Hey everyone, Scarita here, and today we have a new video after like 20 years or something. So today I will be making a video on how I draw the characters from Gorillaz from phase 1 to 4th. Actually, I was surprised because I had lots of requests to draw this, and since many people wanted to see me doing this, I decided why not, I'm just going to do it. And people ask me like, can you draw X character from Gorillaz from X phase? And I was like, okay, but I can't do a video for each, so I'm just going to make a video for all of them. And I hope it is helpful for anyone. I mean, it's just something that I think it's pretty cool to do and maybe helpful. And I just have a little disclaimer here because this is not my original artwork. This is Gorillaz artist
Jamie
artwork. It's not mine, and I am just saying this because I'm not taking any credits from this artwork. I'm just reproducing what I see, and I'm trying to follow his original outlines and the way he does things. It's in no way, shape or form my own design, as you probably will understand. But yeah, I just want to put this out there, and I don't want this to be like, it's not really a serious how to do video. There's not one way to do this. There's like 1,000 ways to do this style of drawing. Or better, you can't even do his art style because everyone has a different art style, and I want to really focus on this sentence because this is not like an official tutorial. It's just how I do it. That's why I don't put in the title how to do, because it's how I do it. And yeah, I don't want you to be like following extremely closely, because I just want you to have an idea and make it your own way. Like after you study his artwork and after you see it in your eyes and learn by yourself. So this disclaimer over, I will start the video, and I hope you like it. I hope if you want, you can subscribe and like and whatever, share with your friends. I really don't care, just do whatever you want. And yeah, let's get to work. So to begin with, I will be using a Kohinoor HB pencil, and I begin with the circle of the head and then the center line, so I can locate everything. Then I start to make like this heart shape for the face. It doesn't have to be too perfect right now, and I add the ears right at the end of the circle in the sides. Then I start tracing the lines to locate the eyes and the nose. The top line will be it will help me locate the eyes and the eyebrows, which are basically circles and rectangles in one shape. The nose will be exactly in the line down below, and the mouth is just a little under, and I add the bags under his eyes. And then the hair has to be, it's not something like static, so you have to focus on some you have to study the actual reference pictures because it's not always the same. Just try to do really straight lines, bold lines that don't have too much thought to them. They are just straight lines, strong lines to define the hair. So after you do the sketch, which is pretty simple on itself, after you finish it, you start with a pen. I use the brush by Uni, which is really good. I love it. And I just start doing like these strokes, really loose strokes, and I don't use too much pressure. I just let the pressure happen naturally. And what you have to do is to find a way to trace the drawing without thinking too much. Again, it has to be something that comes out naturally, so it looks beautiful and natural, or else it will look so fabricated and it won't look too good. I think it's really important to focus on the immediate and how beautiful it can actually come out. So focus on that primarily, and then start feeling everything and do like those little streaks on the eyebrows. Then just color, feel the eyes, and then you can actually draw the under, like the eye bags. Yeah. The nose is best. Just look what I'm doing here with the pressure of the pen. It has to be a brush, again, because the brush actually notes the pressure you add to the stroke, not like the normal hard pens. And yeah, this is how he looks in the end. Now I go to Noodle. Noodle, I start with a simple circle, and then I progress to this like roundish square, as you can see as I'm doing. Then I round even more the corners, because the square is not like perfect. It's rather round, but the square really helps to get the shape right. And keep rounding until you get it right, and do this middle line as I'm doing here. Then in the middle, horizontally draw a line, a center line to locate the nose. Then in the right and left side you draw the eyes. They're basically diagonal strokes. It's pretty simple. And the nose, I just add like 2 little dots, as you can see here. Then the nose is just a little round shape on the top of the little dots. As you can just follow what I'm doing here. You don't have to do exactly the same, just follow the shapes and what I am doing with my pencil. I'm sorry. The mouth is pretty wide, and the eyes are pretty good, like references to the size of the mouth. I decided to make the mouth slightly open because it's pretty cute, and I think she does it a lot. And yeah, I fixed the jaw shape, and I added the eyebrows. They're pretty simple shapes as well. Please follow like what I'm doing here. And now I will do the hair just like I did to this hair, very naturally and just almost spontaneously, but following the original photo. So please be creative, but follow the guide if you want to make it like loyal to the original image. So in this one I actually added her iconic hat. You can do it or not, it's really up to you. I decided to add it because it's really iconic. And yeah, I just did that curve shape on the top of the head. I created the shape of the head. Then I added the 2 like bulbs in the side, between the eyebrows and the mouth somewhat. And I added the little details carefully, and yeah, the details are pretty simple to do. They're just little strokes. And yeah, now I go to the pen part, and it's the same principle. It's pretty thick, but not too much. Pretty thick lines, with lots of like, they have to be expressive and like not too detailed. It's really cartoony. So yeah, I really like that aspect of the artwork. Yeah, then I just kept doing the little details with the pen, nothing too hard. And yeah, I added the little eye corner shapes, the top of the nose, and you can really see how the brush can do such thin and thick lines in only one pen, which is what I love about it. And I think you should focus on that as well, because it's so important to get the dynamics right. Please practice a lot that change between the thick and the thin. I don't even master it yet. As you can see, I still mess up quite a lot. So yeah. Then continue adding the hair. As you can see, it's basically just filling up the blacks. It's not too detailed. It's pretty simple. And yeah, just check what I'm doing there. See, it was pretty damn simple and really cute. I love drawing them in his face. Next, I went to Russell, and his head I started with another roundish square. I did a center line so I could locate everything, as I always do, or almost always. Then I rounded the corners again, very much like Noodle's head, but a little wider and taller. Then I did the center line to locate the nose, the ears on the middle, the eyes on the top of the line, a little more to the upside. I'm sorry, the camera is not really focusing sometimes. It's not my fault. It's really bad, but I hate it. Yeah, the nose is in the top part of the nose is in the line as well. The mouth, you can really do however you want. I just did a simple mouth, like curved mouth, kind of frowning like. Then I think Russell is the most simple character to draw. Because he's basically just like the shape of the head is pretty simple and straightforward, just like his details. It's and like he's bald, like it really don't have to worry about the hair, even though I really like to do the hair, so it's not like my favorite character to draw, but he's still really cute and he's amazing. I love him, and he's an awesome part of the band. And yeah, there he is. And in final, I will do Murdoch. He's also like pretty simple to do. I think he's actually really characteristic. It's one thing that I love about him. So I start with an oval shape, more like an egg, because he has a bigger head, like tall. And then I do like this Kinder Egg surprise shape, like the toy shape. Then I do the brow line, and I do a little curve on the right side. The nose is like a little potato, just like the eyes, like half potatoes. Then I start doing like the hair in one side, and the mouth is I think you should like rather follow what I'm doing, because it's a little hard to explain, but it's basically just like the mouth is just like it is. The nose is straight in one side, and then it has two curves in the other, as you can see, and the eyes are somewhat like that. The teeth are pointy, and I think making him with his mouth open is really iconic, so I decided to make him that way. Then the hair is basically like like a cup or a cereal bowl, and the hair is pretty self-explanatory. You have to follow the reference images, because it always differs. You have to focus on that and do the shape. Like it's like a bee, but a little modified. Then he has the eye bags as well. One eye is black, the other is not black. And yeah, the mouth, I kind of screwed up there, which is pretty bad, but yeah, the pointy teeth are just like so, and the face is in that shape. The hair is still like the, the half bowl, as I said. And yeah, you really just have to follow the reference pictures and draw the hair just like you want it, because it's not like there's not a formula to it. There's not a formula to any of them. And now just do the hair in a hole like this. Yeah, but as I was saying, there's no formula on this. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but my camera failed when I was drawing 2D, but I hope you can see him right there on the face too. So now there was a little problem in editing, and I don't know what happened with my phone, but I didn't record the 2D from the second phase, so please just focus, if you want to draw him in the second phase, please watch the third phase 2D, because the basis is the same. And then come back and you can see how I did mine. I'm really sorry about this, but I really don't know what happened, and I have to edit the video now, so I will not be able to do it again. So yeah, I am really apologize. Anyways, it's time for Noodle now. Do a simple circle. Then start doing the rounds. Now it's more like a rectangle. As you can see, add the ears. Define the shape better. Now do like the center line, but this time is for the mouth, because her mouth is a little up, not like the other times, and the nose is like in the line with the top of the ears. Again, it's different. Now round the shape a little bit more. I think it looks better this way. And then create this line to make the hair, and do the hair like so. Then create this outer line and start sketching the hair. It's longer than the first phase. It's more rebel hair, and I love this Noodle face. She's so cool. And yeah, it's the dare phase, and you know, it's awesome. And I kind of improvised the hair right there, but yeah, it's somewhat like this. She uses the bangs to cover her eyes, which is a big plus if you don't like to draw eyes. And yeah, then I started doing the contour. As you can see, the artwork changes pretty much a lot, because the details are a lot more visible. The first phase characters are a lot more cartoonish, and even though they're still cartoons, there's a lot more to it. Like the details are so much better in the second phase, and it's so much more detailed. And yeah, you can really see even the outline is more carefully done, and it's more thin, more like close to details. I think it's really important to note that. Now to do Russell, he's pretty much the same from the first phase, but the outline changes like the other characters. So yeah, you have to create the center line again, a circle center line. Then yeah, make this shape like an oval. It's a little different from the first one. It's pretty similar, but there's differences. It's more a round shape, as you can see. Then I created the brow like lines, the nose in the middle, the mouth is like more up. And also I have to note that like if you draw them with open or closed mouths, it's always different. So you have to really focus on that, because it's always different depending on how you do it. And yeah, I made the eyebrows. It's basically the same. I made the eyes a little smaller because now he has like a more human face. Somehow you can really note how Jamie starts to humanize more the characters over the time. At least I think that's a really important observation. And outline is more perfectionist, perfectionist in a way. It's less 90s, I think, actually. Yeah, just focus on what I'm doing here. I did the beard details because I think it's really important. I love details on characters and they just make the character, you know. I did a little smirk marks, and now to the last character of the second phase, Murdoch again. I created the shape of the head. It's I don't even know what shape it resembles anymore, but you can just take your own guesses. I don't know. Create a little rectangle. Locate the place where you are going to put the hair. Just create the little streaks of hair. It's not too serious. It's really you can even improvise that part. And now create, like, he has a square-ish face, as you can see. The nose is like at the level of the ears. The shapes are the same from the first one. The nose is like the same B, and the mouth is like this grumpy mouth. You can add the little beard details again. They are visibly older too, because, you know, it's the second phase. And yeah, the hair has that little thing in the top, and yeah, he has a little mullet. Then I just went to the contour with the pen because yeah, the sketch is done, and I just colored. Yeah, I just did the same thing with the first one. Always focus on the way you do the contours, because you have to have lots of control over the pressure. I think it's so important, and it looks so good if you really work on the pressure. I added the beard, the hair. I did the little face shape, finish the hair. Then you just have to color in the hair, which I didn't. I don't know why, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, you should color the hair. Now off to phase 3, Plastic Beach. So I will start with 2D again. The tracing is clearly even more detailed and more humanistic. 2D's face changed completely in shape, and the artwork is definitely different. I love each phase, but the ears are more like square-ish, as you can see. But the proportions are always pretty similar, which is nice for us because yeah, we need the proportions, right? I'm sorry for the unfocused camera, which is so stupid. But yeah, continue just contouring your drawing, and it's the same principle, but the face is more like round instead of heart-shaped. The hair is more messy in this phase. 2D has a messier look and a messier hair because he's actually a mess in that album, so it makes sense. Just do like this messy hair. It's not so pointy, not so unrealistic anymore. It's more like almost human. It's less of a cartoon now. It's more like, yeah. And then the contours are more like dynamic, I think. They're more realistic and careful, less thick. They definitely get thinner over the years, maybe because of the details and stuff. Then I added the hair right there. I I did the eyes, the eye bags, the nose. The principles, again, are always the same, but the details do change a lot, and I find it so interesting. Now we are off to Noodle, of course. I started the round shape, and this time I won't be doing her because, you know, you can just see Cyborg Noodle on the album, and I think I wanted to do the actual Noodle, so I did the mask. And please follow the instructions here. Just create this, like the cat shape, like I did. The hair on the back, it's pretty simple actually. It's simpler than drawing her actually. So the cat eyes in between the ears. The measurements are always really similar again. Next, the mouth of the mask, which is pretty simple too, like that. And do the little details. And now with the pen, check it out how I do it. You have to be really dynamic with the tracing and create like not too thought on traces. It has to be very spontaneous and free, like you don't have to be thinking too much, or else the tracing will be a little like shaky, and you don't want that at all. And I can actually say this was the worst one because the mask was kind of messy. But yeah, it was pretty bad and I don't like the result so much. Now Russell, his face is definitely rounder, and I started with the same shape, like that square, but a little more round on the top, as you can see. The ears are they are like pointy, quite pointy. The eyes, I did the angry eyes because I like that look on this album. Like his look is really awesome. And the nose is in the middle of the ears. And the mouth is pretty simple, just a good old simple line. And yeah, I did little details on the skin, which you can follow here or just see by yourself on the original artwork. There are those little important details that really like mark his look on this album. I just colored everything and added the little details. Just be careful not to make too thick lines because again this album is really focused on the thin lines and like more detail and everything. As you can see, he definitely looks older and he has more age lines, and that's all really important to add on your final drawing. And yeah, just be a little creative and do those little things, traces. Now to the final one, Murdoch. You do like the egg shape, the middle and top line, the center line. I'm sorry, if you really don't like my rambling and talking, you can turn it off. Like, I don't mind, you can just follow visually the drawing. It's totally fine, however you prefer to learn. It's not like my place to tell you how to do it. So yeah, okay, here you have the head shape. Murdoch's head shape changes a lot over the years. I think it gets more like human as well. That's what I was talking about. Jamie really added this human characteristic to his artwork over the years, and I enjoy it. All of them are so unique, and I think that's awesome. And yeah, I just did the same thing with the pen. And now to the final phase, to the fourth phase of the gorillas, which is so much more human and less cartoony. It's like the final form, but there's more drawings afterwards, but I think the last artworks by Jamie are a lot more like realistic without outlines. He's trying like different styles. So I just finished on the fourth phase. And yeah, as you can see, his face is back to the heart shape. His eyes are more human again, but big. His mouth is the same. The eyes are something like I am doing there, as you can see. They are black. The eyebrows are the same, but they are smaller in comparison. And yeah, that's the shape. The hair is totally different and it's really detailed. You can see there how I did the hair. It's more like, it's really like spontaneous. Now the pen work is different as well. It's more thin and there's more details. It's you can like try to focus on the phase 3 outline, which is pretty similar, but it's even thinner, I think. There's more details. He's older too. You can add little details with as much patience as you want, and yeah, I love adding it too. The ears are more human too. They are less square and more human. The hair is really cool to do as well. It's really spiky and different style. Now let's go to Noodle. The same shape happens, and it's again the face is more like a heart shape, as you can see. I did the little ears. It's so much more human. Seriously, I don't get tired of repeating this, but it's really a huge change you can note in the art. And I did the little line on the nose. The eyes are totally different now. They are more human again, and the nose is smaller and pointy this time. Noodle's nose is pointy. The mouth is the same, and the hair is absolutely my favorite part because it's so beautiful. It's so like human and fluid, and it's awesome. I love it. It's so cute and fluffy. It really depends on your taste. You can just do the hair as you want, as you wish. And I just did the contour. The face, as you can see, is like this heart shape with little concaves, so be very careful with that so you can get it accurate. The hair is pointy and spiky and awesome. And the eyebrows, and we are done. Now let's make Russell. Russell is really the character that has less change. He's pretty simple to do. Here his head is more like a square, as you can see, but still it's the one that has less change, and he's pretty consistent all these years, I think. There's a lot of pictures for this phase, so I couldn't choose like one just to base myself off, because I think it was pretty experimental from phase 4 until now. Jamie has been experimenting a lot with different styles, so I just did this one from a promo photo, the one I showed before. I really like how he looks, definitely more human. I did little face details, the old details, the mouth, the lips and the head shape. And now to finish, I will be doing more dark, of course, and this, yeah, the last one. I don't know what happened, but my camera just fell off and didn't have more battery, so the shape is supposed to look like that. Please stop the video if you need to follow the shape. And yeah, create the nose. It's always the same shape. I love it. And the eyes, it's the mouth is the same. I did it a little open. You can do close. It really doesn't matter. The hair is like bowl cut with a mullet with little spikes on the top. The eyes are the same. And now with the pen. Oh, okay. I just did little ear details and the hair in the back. And with the pen I did the last touch. The tracing is, you have to be careful. I think the tracing is more like with the, it's a different tool, I think. It's not actually a brush pen, but I did it with what I had. You can do with another thing if you want, like a writing pen, those dipping pens. I think those are more adequate to this work, but I like the result with the brush pen. It's up to you. I just hope you enjoyed this video and give it a like, and I don't know, I hope it helps. I really just want to help you out and just let you know that anyone can do this, anyone can create, anyone can do the art they want to do if they work for it. If you work hard, you can do it. And yeah, this is the video. I hope you liked it. I wish you the best, and maybe in like 1 year we'll see each other again. Bye and have a great day.